Okay. Hello, I'm live. Hello. I am Wesley, and this is Toukiden 2. I'll be playing with the rifle weapon, so this is in fact a shooter. Be lots of shooting done. I'm going to... Time starts, not right now, it'll start in a second when I confirm this save slot. So, we'll get going in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this category is called Unlock High Rank, which you're probably wondering what that is. Basically, this game has low rank and high rank, and you unlock high rank halfway through, and that is a more fun category than doing the story. So right now I have this tutorial. This is set spawns on timers, so this is very, very boring. What I'm doing now is purifying the corpses to get loot. This can help with upgrades depending on the drops I get. So, to start from a new file to get to the high rank stuff, I do have to do a little bit of story stuff at the start. So, we'll have to go through this tutorial, then there's about 30 minutes total of stuff, and then the game really gets going. So you have to be zoomed in here to shoot it all, which kind of limits my mobility. I can do a dodge roll out of it, but that'll be pretty important because it means I have to be very careful of my positioning. Okay, there we go. So you'll see on the enemies, they have like glowing spots on them. Those are called miasmal nodes, and when I hit them, they explode and do like double damage, I think it is, or a damage bonus at least. So I want to try and always hit them. The thing is, the hitboxes for them are a little bit strange and don't always line up. One last one. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to use Might and Carnage here. They will boost my damage and crit rate and make me kill this thing faster. This is a medium Oni. It is slightly stronger than the little things before. There we go. I'm actually going to purify him because I have to wait for dialogue here anyway. Alright. Now the rest of this is basically on a timer. A big enemy is going to spawn here, one of the bosses, and I just have to wait to be told to use a specific attack against it. And then it'll leave. So. Okay, here it comes. This is called the Brute Beast. I'm going to fight him later. I'm going to shoot him some now just for fun. So, one of the things about this game is the enemies have different parts that need to break off, just like any hunting game, like Monster Hunter or whatever. And, but in this one, okay, here we go. Destroyer attack, I hit Y and B, and then shoot it, and it breaks off the leg. And then, I'm supposed to purify the leg like this, but it'll teleport away too quickly. In a regular fight, you'd want to purify this because it kind of, like, reduces the enemy's armor. So I'm going to be doing this a lot in the run. Okay, there we go. That's a tutorial done. Just waiting on more dialogue now. So there's a lot of mechanics with the gun. Because, like with hunting games, every weapon is relatively complex. I'll be trying to go through those in these early missions when it's easy to explain it. Just a lot of text mashing. And this right here is basically why we don't do the any % run. It's because it's like 4.5 hours long and it's mostly text mashing. This run is an hour shorter and has like 2 to 3 times more fights. So it's a lot more fun to just play this one. So the story is that we were at that fight in Yokohama. And then we get sucked through a portal through time and end up here in Maharoba. And it's also 10 years in the future. And we're trying to figure out what's going on. And that's kind of all the story that matters for this. I'm not going to bother explaining much more of it than that. There's a little unskippable cutscene. You can skip most of the cutscenes, but not this one. And I have all the texture settings on the absolute lowest, which means it looks about like a Vita game would. PlayStation Vita. So it's gonna look a little grungy, but I have to do that for faster load times, and also my computer can barely handle Toukiden plus OBS. Oh. Plenty of dialogue to do here, but we'll be going again in a minute. There are actually 2 levels of sprinting. There's one if I hold RB down, and this is what I'm doing now, and then the other one is if you click on the left stick, but you can't do that one while you're inside the town, so do that when I'm outside or in fights, but not here. And this introduces the professor. She does tech stuff. She gives you what's called the Demon Claw, which is a really cool, unique mechanic for this game. And it's going to let us do some cool stuff in the fights. I'll explain that when we get to it. So this is when we start talking about me being from the past. And I actually forget a lot of this lore, honestly. It's been so long since I paid attention to the story. That guy's a little robot, he's cool. Don't worry about it. Even though this is feudal Japan, they're robots. For some reason. That bell going off means that Enoni is attacking, so we're gonna go help. Yeah, exactly. Who needs lore when you have twin tails? Alright, skip a cutscene. Oh, I need to kill this first wave, and then after that I can just wait. There's will just infinitely spawn here until you do a specific tutorial thing. Oh. You can see at the top, that's my ammo counter. SNP stands for sniper bullets, because there are a bunch of different bullet types. Okay, and that's the message. Activate Demon Hand. If I do that, you can use the Demon Hand to grab onto enemies and fling yourself, and also, in specific attacks, you can grab the enemy and throw them to the ground. I'm going to be using the throw to the ground a whole lot, and hopefully not grabbing and flinging myself. So now, I have to kill a few more imp spawns, and then the next enemy will appear. Okay, reload. So yeah, about the ammo, I'm mostly going to be using sniper and piercing ammo in this run. This gun also has scatter and explosion, but I'm not going to use either of those. Scatter have very short range because it's like a shotgun, and then exploding just has this weird arc, and it's like not very good. There are specific enemies it works well against, but for the most part I'm going to stick to using sniper while I'm on this gun. Alright, hey, it's another one of these. That's Benezuki. She's a cool character, but we don't get to know much about her. I'm gonna back up some actually. So you see it has the weak spots on its belly and then on its elbow. A strange version of Monster Hunter. Yeah, it's a cool game though. I really like it. I actually prefer this to most Monster Hunter games because of some of the differences make it very unique. I like it a lot. One of the things they did in this game is that they put an open world in it, which I don't think they executed on totally well, but they did it before Monster Hunter did, so that was cool. And they were like trying new things with the genre. So we basically won't see any of that in this run, or we'll see a little bit, but not very much. Okay, so we'll come over and purify the enemy. See this little red border here? It just disappeared. That disappears here, or most of the time it wouldn't. And we can run around the open world a bit. I picked up a red item there on the ground, and that is a, I don't remember what it's called. It's a stone of some kind. A multi-purpose stone, that's it. And that'll let me substitute that item for any crafting material when I go to make a new weapon, which is very convenient. So I'm going to be picking up a couple of those. I'm going to get 3 of them total. There's about 50 of them in the game, but only 3 of them are in the way here. Or in the route. So this run is very dependent on luck, because if I just get bad drops from enemies, then I just won't be able to make a new weapon, and it makes the waiter fights a lot slower. So having multi-purpose stones, I don't need the exact amounts of items, is very helpful. Alright, some more cutscene. This is when we talk a bit more about me being from the past, and about what's up with the present here. I think this is when we talk about Grand General Kuyo, who's a dude I saw before I got sucked into the portal, and then he's still around here in the future and he leads an army and stuff. We're talking about something about that, I don't know. Then we'll get interrupted here by me suddenly glowing like that. It's weird magic stuff. I'm very special. This occasionally will teleport me away to other places in the world, but not this time. Luckily. So, yeah, not much more to talk about at this point. And yeah, like I said before, this is why we don't do the any percent run. It's longer and it's a lot of that. And you see, it says relations with those characters has improved. There's not much to that. It's when you get your relationship high enough, they give you an item and it lets you craft their weapon. And those weapons are pretty good, but they're not the best. Yeah, Toukidens from this game. Wasn't there like a Warriors game? Yeah, Warriors All-Stars. He's in that thing. Yeah, I think there's just like 2 or 3 characters from Toukiden in that. Yeah, this little robot man. It's pretty cool. Alright, it's introducing us to various NPCs. So we go talk to the blacksmith. We'll talk to him more later. There's a merchant. We won't talk to him later, because you have to do side quests to expand his inventory. It doesn't have anything useful at a base like this. Now, she's going to introduce the Mitama, which we used in the tutorial and then lost the ability to use here. I'm going to put the attack Mitama in that slot, in my weapon slot, which gives me the attack abilities. There will be 2 more slots, 2 more Mitama slots that I want to unlock before going on. Because I can technically go do the missions I need to do to unlock high rank right now, but I have so few mechanics unlocked to me that I have to go through this tutorial section first. So that's why we have to be here right now doing this. Otherwise we could just skip it. We would lose so much time just going and doing those missions now, because we wouldn't have like the destroyer attacks, or the big destroyer attacks that we use the demon claw with, or demon hand with. So this is introducing the guards and the samurai. They're 2 factions that both try and protect the town, but they don't like each other. There's a bunch of drama going on with them. Or I think it's the guards were here first, so they don't think the samurai should be here at all. The samurai just want a safe place to live. So you think you could like sort that out and just, you know, get that done with words, but it actually takes a long time for them to figure out, hey, we all want to live here. We all want to protect the town. Alright, now this is where it kind of introduces the open world stuff in the game. Talk to Benizuki some more. She's gonna have us go do a short side quest and then meet us at another like a little base out in the field. Text mashing, my thumb's getting tired already. There we go. Alright, so this is the open world. Pretty big actually, it's a really cool area. So I need to get 2 iron ore. I just ran past one. That one. And then the second one I'm gonna grab is over here. And now I need to kill 10 imps. Luckily there's a bunch. And that was a miss. Nice. Most of them take 2 shots, some of them only take 1. I don't know why that is. There we go, there's 3 of them. Oh, I need to reload. 3 more over here. Let's move so I can see. There we go. So yeah, one of those 2 died in 1 hit for some reason. Okay, there's that one. Need 4 more. Luckily there's like a bunch over here. Oh, reload. And what I'm doing there is a speed reload, which puts all of one type of bullet in your gun, but it drains your focus meter, which is like your stamina basically. So it can be a little bit risky to do, and it means you need to focus or manage your focus. Well, oh, hi. There are a couple other ways to reload. I actually need to reload now, okay. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to... So you see my focus is out, so I can't run. When the meter is blinking red like that, I can't run at all. There we go. Click on the stick while moving. They actually say click on the right stick, but it's click on the left stick. I never noticed that before. That's a funny problem, or error. Oh. Just gonna run past all these enemies. It'll tell us about these things, geopulse interference. It lets you like grab onto an element and then throw it at an Oni, but I'm basically never gonna use that because that's never the Oni's weakness. Now these are like the field bases. They're just a teleport point, so for fast traveling. This is the first one, we'll use it once, and then after that we won't be in the open world anymore. So I'm going to focus on clearing out these little guys, that my allies can focus on the big dude. The AIs are very easily distracted. There we go. Okay, so reload. Then I'm going to hit skills here to increase damage and crit rate. That's about Mitama. The Mitama have skills attached to them. Like how in Monster Hunter you would normally have skills attached to armor. In this game, the skills are attached to your Mitama instead. Which is convenient because it means you can have a much better sense of fashion in this game. And so their skills develop as you like defeat Oni or deal damage or do specific things. Oh, I almost forgot to grab a stone. And there's a timer here before the mission fades out and ends. There we go, another multi-purpose rock over there. That's the second one I'll grab. I'm going to purify this thing. It probably isn't going to have anything useful, but may as well do it while we're waiting. Now we just hang out over here. So yeah, the Mitama boosts, I'm actually not going to go and change any of them. They'll equip by default. And the ones that I equip by default are actually totally fine. They're pretty good. So I'm not going to have to do any management there. There's probably some rounding to be done with changing out Mitama and getting different boosts, but I haven't messed around with that too much. And if I would like change a Mitama, all of their leveling would go to 0, or would be at 0 because I hadn't used them yet, because they all level independently. So there would be a delay before actually getting the oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Is this similar to Monster Hunter? Yeah, like largely yes. It's there's a big thing, go kill it, harvest materials from it, and use that to craft better stuff, so that you can go kill bigger things. There are a lot of smaller differences, but largely it is a hunting game, it is in that genre. Alright, now it's teaching us about fast travel after these dialogue scenes. I promise there's not too much more of this, and then we'll get into the fighting. So now we just need to walk up to that stone and press A on it, but it has to give us 2 different tutorials before we can use it. There we go. Nope, not the other headquarters. Oh, the portal stone. Oh, portal stone back to the town. Because it's faster than running back. We just have to run in here. Alright, more dialogue. Fun stuff. This is when it's going to tell us to go craft a new thing. Oh, but first we equip a second Mitama. I want to equip defense here. Oh, I messed up. Defense, attack, okay. If you button mash too much through there, it's easy to equip the wrong thing. And that almost always happens to me. So, equipping a defense Mitama in the evasion slot, which is what I just did, means that if I get hit by an Oni, I'll get like a temporary defense boost. The evasion skills are not hugely useful to me. Since I'm a gunner, I'm going to be standing away from them and hopefully won't get hit at all, so most of them just wouldn't even activate. But that one's okay. It helps us get out of tight situations. So now, talking to the blacksmith. So create a weapon. We want to equip the Guar rifle. Equip it. Luckily, we did not need any things. Okay, I don't have anything to upgrade it yet. I don't have enough stuff. So, the Guar rifle is quite a bit stronger than that old thing we were using. But it also has different ammo types, which are going to be really useful for a couple fights and not useful for a couple others. Oh, he's telling us about miasma and exposure limits, which will be more on that later. Wants me to go talk to the blacksmith again. Shouldn't have done that. Why did it have me do that? This isn't supposed to happen. Let's make a new hat, I guess. No, don't use stones. Like that, yes. Did I just break the game or something? Okay, there we go. That's really weird. I don't know why that happened. I'm guessing what happened is I completed the thing too quickly. So I didn't have the mission by the time I made the weapon, so it doesn't think I made it. But then it still gave me the next thing to go talk to the dude for some reason. That was odd. That's okay. We were going to craft new armor eventually anyway, so that's fine. Alright, so more open world stuff. Our quests and joint operations. Joint operations are that there will be an NPC in the field attacking stuff and you help it kill stuff. And then the NPC will hang out with you for a while. But I'm going to do a side quest here. I have to wait for the NPCs to finish their dialogue for my teammates before I can talk to this lady and get her side quest. So she wants me to get some grass rings for her. Luckily, the last mission I did gave me 5 grass rings, and so I can just give her the grass rings I got. And now we can just head back to town. That gives us white rice and vegetables, and some other ingredients, which we'll use later for some buffs. The buffs are not hugely important, because just like in Monster Hunter, you can eat food. And that'll give you, you know, small stat bonuses. The only way we can get with the ingredients we have is a bonus to crit chance. But that'll be, you know, that can be useful. And it's better than nothing. So, the guards and samurai are mad at each other again. And, we defuse the situation. So, what's gonna happen next? We are nearly done with this section. There are some guards out there now who have been attacked by an Oni, and we go and rescue the last guard and kill the Oni, and then after that we'll head into the proper missions and start working on high rank. Oh, we see the name right? Oh, I have no idea how it's pronounced. Nope, hit the wrong thing. I'm mashing too fast. Need to re-equip attack. There we go. So I attacked a Khan in the... I don't remember what that skill is called. I think it's the attack skill. And that I can, it's on an ability on a cooldown. It lets me summon a little spirit that will, when I attack an Oni, it'll go to the spot I attack and will deal extra damage and like sucks up health and focus for me. So this is kind of the most of the open world we're going to see as we run through this area. And I'm literally going to run through it. I'm going to pick up some items on the way because I have no other thing to do. I have to wait for dialogue to finish before I can do the next step of the quest. So I can rush there now, but I'll just be standing around waiting. I have to wait for my focus to recharge before I can sprint. Alright, so miasma. We're in a miasma zone right now, and so the purple meter around the minimap is going to slowly fill up. You can see it's the light purple there. If that fills up all the way, then we die. But we're never in the miasma long enough for that to be a problem. And as you purify Oni and like their body parts and remains, that will go down. So it looks like it's going up fast, but it slows down as we kind of counteract it. Okay. So this is called Oni Vision, or it's not called that. It's like Oni Eyes or something, but it lets me see things there differently. So this little smoke here is Oni tracks that I need to follow. So just stand here. After their dialogue finishes, it'll give me another objective, and it'll spawn the rest of the tracks. Okay, once the next smoke appears, there it is. You can turn off Oni Eyes because that prevents your stamina from regenerating. There we go. I'm gonna pick up a couple more things on the way. It's just a little bit more... Yeah, it's all random chance what you get, so it might be something useful or it might not be, but it's worth picking up. And this little glowy thing here is just money, which I may actually need, depending on drops, because when I craft weapons and armor, I'm going to craft it all at once, and I might use up all of my money and have to like sell stuff. One more item here. That's a portal stone. You can use it to return to the hometown. You're supposed to purify it there, but we don't need to, so we're skipping it. There's another item over here. Pick this up. And one of the uses for the demon hand is that it's for traversal. So you see that thing floating in the sky there? I can use my demon hand to grab onto it and pull myself across this gap. Oh. Do a couple of jumps here. Go across here. Then I'm going to make a small detour to this one, because there's another multi-purpose stone here, or rock, whatever. And also some other, see what that is, decorative hairpin, that's useless. You can tell by the icons, that whatever that icon is supposed to be, I have no idea what it's supposed to be, but that's for upgrading your robot, which we don't even do in this run. Don't use him at all in any of the speed runs. You especially don't need it here. So, found the lost guard. She's out here and almost dead, but not quite. And now there's a cutscene here that we skip. And fighting a brute claw. So, with this new gun that I can't pronounce correctly, it has what's called piercing rounds, which, as the name implies, pierces through the enemy and can hit multiple times. It also has scatter, which is like a shotgun, and absorption, which is not very good. Absorption are bad. They like cause little explosions, but they're not as strong as anything else. So with sniper rounds, I basically always aim for a miasmal node to maximize my damage. But with piercing rounds, I might go for like here at the legs where there's no node, but I can hit both legs at once. I might also get like torso or one of its big claws in the way, and just kind of maximize the number of hits I get. Oh. Alright, and I'm going to activate all my abilities here for big damage. I technically should have done that right away to get those cooldowns going. Oh, it hit me. That's okay. So, at some point, my Mitama is going to give me a boost that gives me a damage buff at full health. When I'm at full health, so I will want to keep my health at full later on, but right now it's not a big deal because I don't think I have that buff yet. Okay. So, I'm going to, I've got my breaker attack charged up, so I'm going to do this, shoot in the face, and breaks the horns, which gives you a special crafting material. And that skill, it charges up over time as you just attack things. Then I have my other meter charged up, the blue one there, in the top right. That's to do a special breaker with my demon hand, which I'm actually not using it yet, because you can get it's called a full destruction on body parts, but I have to wait until it goes into its second phase, which will be right now. And just have to go through an animation. Oh. Yep. So now I do this, and the claws are going white, so I grab onto one of them, and I'll do a cool attack to break it. And I get full destruction on that, so that claw is just completely gone now. Which is useful, and it gives me bonus crafting materials. So we're going to purify this leg, and come over and purify the body. But first we're going to grab an invisible material over here. Okay, and then we purify the body, and then there's just a timer. It'll do some dialogue and then fade out. So we just gotta wait now. This is the end of the main game, at least that we're gonna see. We're gonna go into a lobby now and do missions. So no more open world, no more story, no more text mashing after this. There is one problem this game has, and that sometimes on these load screens the game will freeze, and I'll have to close it and restart it. The autosaving is very aggressive, so that's not an issue. I won't lose progress to it. And it's unlikely to happen for most of the run, but it almost always happens on the final mission, so that'll be fun. So, here we are. The guards are mad at us for disobeying their orders or whatever. But the guard we rescued is thankful that she's still alive. So it's like some people are happy, some people aren't. Mixed bag. Alright. This really is the final dialogue now. A little bit more talking. Just... Okay, here we go. So now Homura is going to invite us to go take a bath in the hot spring, but instead we're going to skip that. Alright, first mission, phase 1, Bathing Black Spider. Get to pick our allies. Everything going fine? Yeah? Everything's fine. As far as I know. Hopefully the stream's okay. So, now we're in the proper phase of this run. So when you take missions, they're sorted into phases. You have to unlock specific missions to unlock more phases. This is a phase 1 mission. There's, I think, 3 missions we have to do here. This is the first one. There are a lot of extra enemies here. I want to try and kill at least some of them first. Oh. That's called an Oni throw. When the enemy glows red, you can use your claw to throw it on the ground and like stun it basically. Okay, all the extra spiders are dead, so I'm gonna focus on the big one. And piercing ammo is very, very good against this enemy because I can get like 3 legs plus the tail. Alright. And that purple glow around it, or the purple smoke, means it's poisoned, because my ally Homura has an ability to just instantly poison it, which is very useful. Alright. Don't skip the hot spring. Unfortunately, the hot spring is not hugely useful to us. It can give us a buff that lets us develop our Matama skills faster, but that's not hugely useful. Because like we're not really dependent on those, so I'm not sure that spending that time to do that cutscene would actually like save time in the run overall. That's kind of a hard thing to test because of how much randomness there is in the run. So this enemy has one very annoying attack that I do not want it to do, and hopefully won't do it. If it does, I'll point it out. So the reason we want to purify these body parts is that it reduces the enemy's armor on that body part, and also will give us materials, and thirdly it charges up our demon hand attack. I can never remember what that's supposed to be called. I thought it was going to do a turn attack, that's why I moved out of the way, but it was fine. Alright. There's one more of the legs to break, and then the claws up top. I have my destroyer attack charged up, so let's hit this. Break one of those claws. I think it's, yep, there it is. This is an awful attack. It moves very quickly and is hard to dodge if it's coming at you. And also it spawned a bunch of spiders at the same time. It's very rude of it. I'm gonna just chill over here, try and purify these parts. Okay. Also, that attack, if it hits you when it's spinning around like that, it deals a ton of damage. Luckily, my demon hand is charged up, so I can do this. I can break the legs, and this is like kind of like a not really a new phase, but now it like has no legs, so it'll attack differently. And so it's like sort of, it's like a half phase, I guess you could say. And yeah, that tornado attack was the annoying thing. And if this game reminds you of God Eater, that's because it's very similar. It's another hunting game similar to God Eater. God Eater, also a very good game. I really like God Eater. Very fun. Oh, I got caught by the thing. Okay, so I can use my Oni eyes to check its health. The bottom bar is its health. The top one is like an armor thing. So it's almost dead. There we go. So we wait for the death animation, then we purify the remains, and then in this mission there's a couple materials we can pick up, so we'll grab those. And there's a 30-second timer after you deal with a killing blow. but we can use the menu to skip that. So, one more material over here, and then quit. Okay, and then go to you, group mission phase 1, next red mission, Benizuki, Gwen, and Homura. I use Homura because he has the poison attack, which is useful. He also has a trap that can like hold it in place for a while. And then he also can do stealth to purify remains, which can be helpful. Gwen has the plunder abilities, which means that she can basically put a like buff thing on certain parts, and if you break it while it has that buff on it, then it will instantly purify. So then you don't have to get back to attacking right away. And then Benizuki I use because she has the pole arm and is just super high DPS. If I were to not be using the rifle, I would probably want to use the pole arm because it is very, very fast damage. Very strong. So these enemies are annoying. I want to kill some of these before attacking the actual boss. There we go. A couple more will spawn later on. Okay, this is the enemy up here. It's called the Wind Shredder. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna reload real quick, and then activate my abilities. And please don't. Okay. That lunge was a little bit short of me. Good. So this is a very awkward place to fight this thing, because it has a lot of like lunge attacks, and you're on the kind of a thin bridge. Oh, okay. I barely got finished reloading in time to dodge out of the way of that attack. And so this enemy is a lot easier if you have like a larger space to dodge around in. Okay, reload. There we go. Alright. So that right there was the Homura stun. It was the big yellow circle on the ground. And it held it in place for a while. Reload, please. There we go. So on my next reload, I'm probably going to want to reload a couple shells manually, because otherwise I'll be completely out of focus, and then I won't be able to dodge, which is risky. So it'll depend on if the enemy is attacking me or not. Yeah. Okay, since it's on the ground, I can just reload the rest manually. Oh, dodged out of the way. Right as I hit my breaker, or destroyer attack. I dodged out of the way. Do I use any of the other ammo types? Yes. It'll depend on what guns I can craft, because every gun you craft uses, has 3 different ammo types. So the guns that I want to use will have sniper, which is mostly what I would use. Okay, got the throw off. Using the throw charges up my demon hand, so I want to do that as often as possible. But about ammo types, there's some enemies that will, if I have exploding ammo when I get to them, I'll use it. But mostly I'll use sniper and piercing, because those are just the most useful. So this guy is a little bit over half still. It has a second phase where it sprouts more horns. I'll attack it while it's down instead of purifying. Okay. Oh, that was silly of me. I knew I was going to go for that attack. I'm actually going to heal up, because I think I have the buff for bonus damage at full health now. Okay, I'm going to save my demon hand attack again. I think I can use it on the tail right now, actually. Oh, and grab the tail and full destruction on the tail. Alright. So, if I had been paying attention to my cooldowns, I would have used my one of my abilities to boost my damage, and then use that, because those abilities still affect your breaker attacks. But I'm not very good at paying attention to that. I get a little focused on the enemy. And this enemy is actually in a good spot right now, because if you see in the distance to the left over there, there are some of those enemies that we fought at the start. And then behind me, further down the way, there are more. But he's in this middle, where there aren't any, which is very useful. Oh. But this guy's still aggroed onto us. I'm going to have to take care of him now. Oh, this takes, I think, 5 piercing ammo shots to kill it. There we go. May as well purify the remains. The grenade and explosive ammo is kind of risky. Yeah. So, yeah, the enemies that I would use explosive ammo on, there's not very many of them. And also, I usually do not have the gun. Come on, reload. There we go. I'm fat fingering all the buttons. Yeah. So, sniper ammo is strong, but you're right. Miasmal nodes are where you want to hit with those. Luckily, I've played this game a bunch, so I'm pretty good at aiming. Okay. Now we just wait for it to die so we can purify it. And then we quit out. And use the menu to return so we don't have to skip the wait. Or we can skip the waiting. And yeah, the grenades. I'm actually not going to use the grenades at all. I've never found them to be super useful. Like compared to the other things you could be doing at the time. So, gonna fight another Brute Claw. This is actually really good that we fight 2 Brute Claws in the run, because it means that we have a pretty high chance of getting enough materials for the Brute Claw weapon. So, it's not guaranteed, but it makes for a better chance. So, hit my skills, and just start shooting. So, same strat as before, of just try and hit as many of the legs as possible at once. And sometimes I can hit the claw, both legs, and the tail at the end, which does a lot of damage to a lot of parts. It's very good. Yeah, so... yeah, Monster Hunter World on August 9th, that's right. I will probably be picking that up, I don't know. I like Toukiden and God Eater a lot more than I like Monster Hunter, but I'm still probably going to play it. And then, yeah, explosive ammo, I'll use it on things like the Glaciabella. Or I would like to use it on Glaciabella, because it has like wings and horns and arms all right next to each other and hit all of them at once. But yeah, that's, you know, if I get the right weapon. Usually when I get the Glaciabella, I'll still have this gun, and this doesn't have explosive ammo, unfortunately. And unfortunately, this gun's ammo types are just kind of not great for that fight. This piercing ammo is not very strong against it. I'm gonna break the horns again. With that claw. And purify this thing. Yeah, get rid of the small enemy with explosives, that's pretty good. Whatever way as fast as you get rid of them. I can hit the tail and the leg here. And the tail has miasmal node that I'm hitting as well. I think I need to be closer. There we go. So with multiple people purifying it, like Hamura and I both doing it, it purifies it faster. Alright. Someone broke the tail, that's good. So now that tail is just totally gone. I don't think the tail changes its attack patterns at all. I think it's just bonus loot. I would like my Demon Hand attack to charge up soon. Pretty close. And skills off cooldown, so I can hit that. So I'm actually, you can hear the sound effect. I'm hitting a miasmal node on the other side. Alright, got the throw. So I charged on my hand. I can do this. Alright, it should be, yeah, it's very low now. It's at less than a fifth, so that's good. Reloading. Oh yeah, the Pyropteryx and all those ones. The pterodactyl types. First one is called the Pyropteryx. We're going to fight one of those in this run. The other ones are all in other missions or in high rank. But yeah, that one's also really good. That is a ton of nodes clustered together. Oh yeah, sometimes when an Oni dies, it goes to a small cutscene, but you can hit start and then back out with B to skip that cutscene and be able to move around. So, gonna purify him and then come over here to get the hidden loot. Then we'll quit out. Return. Yeah. So we finished phase 1, so we're on to phase 2. There are 6 phases that we need to get through, and between phases is when I'm going to check the blacksmith. Great weapon, can I make anything? I could make this. I don't know if I want to make it. It's only 5 more attack. I'm going to save my materials. I'm going to make new armor, actually. Great armor. Equip this. So, like I said before, these don't have like skills attached to them like Monster Hunter would. So I can just kind of make whatever. And they have, you know, elemental stats and differences, but that's not a huge deal in this run. Right. This thing is called the Blade Tail. It's a pretty easy fight. So not having a new weapon for phase 2 is not a big deal. The one I was looking at, it has a higher crit rate, so it maybe would be faster. But the only 5 more attack is not a big deal. Skills first. I'm gonna kind of aim down the middle because I hit the miles one node on. Oh, okay. I was a little slow on that Oni grab, and so it just flung me across it. If I had been faster, I could have gotten the throw. And the throw actually does some damage, so doing a throw while I have my abilities active does help with damage. Alright, got a good stun on it. Very nice. Okay. Oh god. Hi. Ugh. I'm going to move away a little bit. Oh, and I got Kamuna. I hit the wrong person. Whoops. That's fine. Kamuna is actually pretty good for damage too. The sword abilities are pretty good. Oh no. Roll. Nope. Come on. The Queen Oni? Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. The something Queen. Viper Queen, that's it. Yeah. We'll be fighting one of those in this run. I'm gonna use my other ability, which restores health on hits. I can save my other healing ability. Oh. So, the hardest part of this fight is those extra enemies that will spawn. And luckily, after we kill the first ones, I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes before more spawn. And they might not even be close enough to aggro, so we might not have to worry about them at all. Also, when I activate my Oni eyes like this, you can see the glowing parts. Like the legs are orange, the tail is yellow and stuff. And that is the amount of damage that Lim has taken, and is how close it is to breaking. So it goes from white to red, and closer to red it is closer to breaking. So emptying it before reloading can be faster. It actually depends on what gun you have and like how many bullets it holds. So like there's some that have like 10 bullets, and reloading quickly there is very, very good. But there are some that only have like 6, and those it kind of depends on how fast you're shooting. Let's get in here and try and purify this. Be risky. But yeah, there are times when it will be better to reload after each shot. Okay. Oh boy. Almost got out of the way of that one. So like, when I do this and have my ability up, I can do this. It puts a longer delay between each shot, but it lets me shoot continuously. And so it's kind of something you'll decide on the fly of like, do I do a full reload or do I reload each shell? It just depends on the situation you're in. The good thing about this is that it also conserves my focus. Whoops. So if I'm like in danger of getting attacked, I can use that instead, and I won't drain all my focus away doing the full reload. So generally, I do prefer to empty it and then reload the whole thing at once. it can vary on what you're doing. Okay. So he's in a second phase, which means that he can just suddenly leap in the air and kind of fly, which is not very useful. Pretty annoying. Alright. So, oh, I think it's charged up. I'm gonna get rid of the tail. Come on, get down here. Okay, I got it. So I can full break the tail, and that actually limits the attacks it can do. These guys showed up, so I'm gonna take care of them. Oh. Well. So my Mitama setup is actually going to be the same by the end. I'm going to have attack on abilities, defense on evasion, and constitution on attack skill. The reason I don't change them is just for the boost, to keep it simple. Like the abilities I get, I'm pretty happy with in terms of how fast the run is. And then the boosts that I get are developing over time, and so I don't have to like redevelop new boosts when I change Mitama. Get down from there. There we go. So yeah, there is potential you could change Mitama halfway through, but I'm not sure what I would change to, because Mitama drops in this aren't guaranteed. So there's a chance with each mission, there's like 1 or 2 Mitama per mission that you can get, but they're not guaranteed. There are a couple that are guaranteed from the story stuff at the start, but you know, it would be kind of, if I get this one, I might change to it. So there's a lot of like potential routing stuff in this game that I just haven't messed with yet. Yeah. There is one other person who's done runs at this game for the any percent category, or beat the game as it's called. And they used a different Mitama setup. They were also using a different weapon than me. Okay, there we go. Got the proper ally setup this time. You can actually do this solo without any of the AI with you, but for rifle that becomes a lot more difficult because of your mobility limitations for shooting. Alright, this guy is one that I would like to have explosive ammo for, because you can usually hit an arm and a leg node, because they're usually pretty close together. And piercing is like not great on him. I would use scatter, but that I have to be so close to him that it's just very, very risky. And he moves so quickly that he can very quickly move out of range. Okay. I do not enjoy this fight, because it is just annoying. Do my best to hit my Asmo node on every shot, but he moves very quickly and my bullets do not, so just gotta do my best. And come on, hit the trap. There we go. That's why I like having Homura, especially in this fight. Holding this guy still is just so good. Yeah, that last enemy, the blade tail. Yeah, I forget if breaking the legs disables his attacks, but I think you have to just break both of them, I think, if I'm remembering the enemy correctly. But it's worth disabling the tail. I think it gets rid of the thing where he goes up in the air, I think. Oh yeah, this guy spits poison, by the way. Poison is not a big deal. It's pretty easy to just counteract it with my abilities, but I prefer not to be poisoned, you know, if possible. And now, this guy doesn't have like 2 distinct phases, but he has this sort of half phase where he pulls out these poison fruit and can fling poison all over the place. And you can actually destroy the fruit individually from his hands, which is what just happened there. And I got a cursed fruit material. But, I'm not gonna like try and do that, but it does get you extra materials if you can. Oh, he almost hit me there. I probably could have stayed where I was and used the hand to throw him, but it was just so close I didn't want to risk it. So Since we had broke his feet, I'm going to kind of aim for his upper body and hopefully be able to hit arm, torso, arm. Hopefully. But he moves around so much that's hard to get right. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I only reloaded 3 of my shells because I was so low on focus. Alright. I got the horns, but I got an Oni's club, which I don't remember if I need that for upgrades or not. I think it depends on the weapon, but it's probably good to have that. It's not the worst. Alright. How's he doing? Under half. That's good. Oh, come on, stop jumping around. Yeah. Luckily, this is the only one of these we'll fight in this run. Each enemy, other than the Brute Claw, we only fight them once. Yeah. So that it makes it hard to get materials you need for abilities, but it means that you don't have to worry about hitting something multiple times or running into annoying enemies more than once. So that's really hard to aim, especially when limbs are close together like that, so I just hit the leg instead of the arm. Unfortunately, the leg does not have a full destruction, but the arm does. It's also hard to hit it on him, because if he's holding the fruit, you can just grab the fruit instead and break that, which is really annoying. You know, I still did a lot of damage with it, so ultimately, still good that I used it, but... Oh hey, an imp. Let's kill the imp. What am I doing? Almost done. Got that purified. Get that. Pull his fruit back out. This is the nice thing about rifle, is that I can stay far away enough from this guy that a lot of his attacks are very close range, and I can just kind of be not near him, which is very useful. Just gonna hit that. Like I said before, hitting that destroyer attack while I have my buff up does boost the damage of the attack. Oh. Okay, let's purify stuff. Oh, oops. I'm poisoned now, but that doesn't matter. This is almost done. I can just hit that. And now when I hit him, I'll weaken health back now. So poison is like not really a concern here. There we go. Okay, gotta wait for the death animation. And quit out. So, phase 2, one more. So, keeping scatter rounds loaded for that fight, it can be. Like I was saying, the scatter rounds, they can work well against that guy, but he moves so fast and can move so much that it's really hard to be in position. And you can manage your ammo to like put in having 2 scatter rounds in and then load in a bunch of pierce. But it's like it's so situational and had so much extra management to pay attention to your ammo. But yeah. So this fight is, again, not great for pierce ammo. I can aim high and hit arms and wings and horns all at once. But it depends on how much she moves around. So yeah, this is where it would be nice to have explosive ammo. Alright, now I can hit her from here and hit her head, her arm, her wing, and her leg. I forgot to use my skills again. Whoops. That's fine. Hit these now. Actually, I need to move away. If you're at like point blank with an enemy, then the end of your rifle will kind of clip into them, and the shot comes from the end of your rifle and not where you are. So if you can actually miss a body part by shooting directly at them from point blank. So yeah. Alright, hopefully she backs up into the trap. Turn around, please. Very good. Okay, the trap wore off before it moved. Awesome. Well, there's kind of not a whole lot to talk about this fight. She has some annoying attacks. I think can stun people. If you get stunned, an ally can hit you, but that doesn't happen very often because the AI is stupid. But if allies get stunned, I can unstun them pretty easily with the gun. That's one of the big advantages of using the rifle. It's better for DPS, speed, or con? I'm actually not entirely sure. I think it's speed. I'm not 100% certain on that. Alright, got the horns. I should hit my skill first. Oh, silly. It's rather early morning here, so, I'm a little forgetful. Right. So I'm doing the individual shell reloading while I have my attack ability up, just to maximize the damage from it. Because otherwise I can get about 2 full clips of ammo in before the ability runs out. But if I use that, I can get a little bit more than that. Oh yeah, Edward, thank you. Oh, people are stunned. Okay, Humura got him up. So yeah, when someone is stunned, you attack them. Luckily, Humura was right next to him and just hit them both with his whip, which is pretty good. The hitbox for shooting someone out of a stun is actually really weird and looks wrong. So it'll look like I miss, but it'll hit them. It's very strange. Yeah, the thing that speed or con, it depends a lot. It's very situational, the difference there. There's certainly analysis that to be done on which is faster, but I have not done it yet. I like sticking with attack just because it's like pretty all around good. It might not be the best in every situation, but it's, you know, just basic all around good in most situations, or good enough. Our gauge is almost filled up, so we almost have our big attack. Oh good. It's good timing on that. Is that attack shoots projectiles out randomly, and if you're just close enough, you just might get hit. So I was right on the edge of the range for it. Okay. Oh, I want to get out of that and then hit the wing. Hopefully that grabbed the wing and not the arm. Okay, I did. I got the wing. Its wing was, or its arm was like right next to the wing, so I was a little concerned, but we're good. I think you need to break both the wings to change its attacks. So hopefully someone else has an attack charged up and can get the other wing. Gwen just used hers and didn't break anything, so good job, Gwen. Oh, okay. Got the wing. When she rotated around, I thought that was going to miss. How are the AI partners? The AI partners are really good. Like, in the early game, they can carry you through pretty easily. And you can do almost everything in the game with just AI, with very little management on them. Some of the very, very late game missions get tough with them, but you can handle it. But yeah, even on the high rank stuff, they're pretty good. Alright. One's done. So, but yeah, the AIs in this game are really good. That's like honestly maybe a complaint about the game is early on they're kind of too good. Because they can hit so fast and they're so good at using all their abilities that they can just like keep an Oni on the ground and kill it before you have to do a whole lot. Okay, checking weapons again. I'm actually going to make this now. I couldn't make it before, but I can now. Because I would have had to use a multi-purpose stones before. So we're back to sniper ammo, mostly. I forget what the other two were. Okay, Benizuki, Gwen, Homura. Now we're going to be fighting the Jollox, which is one of the returning enemies from the first game. Most of these enemies are returning, I think. But the Jollox was kind of one of the main ones from the first one. Which the first game is also really good. The PC port is not very good, but it's still a good game. I always start Kanon. Yeah. Kanon or Kanon, however you say her name. She is real bad. She loves to shoot her allies. She is an awful AI to have with you. Leave me alone, please. There we go. Homer is stunned. Where is he? I can't see him. It's all the way over there. Why is he over there? Okay, let's work on some of these things. Oh yeah, so you might have seen there, I just killed 2 enemies with 1 shot, but these aren't penetrating rounds. So I don't know why, but sometimes if small Oni are right next to each other, your bolt will just hit both. Do I make any weapons from maxing friendships? No. The friendships don't get high enough to be able to get the items. So we don't have enough time in the run. If we did like a high rank run to do all the high rank missions as well, then we would probably be able to. Because I think those get easier to craft than regular weapons, since one of the 4 materials is just given to you for free. So for a high rank speedrun, it would be worth investigating. Right. So this is another enemy that kind of only has like a half phase, where he opens his mouth like this and does that attack, but got stopped. Doing a bad job of hitting the nodes here. There we go. Okay, use this. I'm going to use it to break the thorns on his back. So it's going to be a little hard to hit, especially if you go into his other sort of phase after you break his legs. There we go. Got the throw. Oh, she has a tweak in her AI to actually make her shoot you more? That's hilarious. Like, I know within the lore, she's like supposed to be a bad shot and hit you a lot. But that's funny that they actually tweak the AI to do that. I did not know that. That's a funny thing. I don't know. That's really funny. I like that a lot. Yeah. Luckily, shooting allies in Toukiden 2 is not that bad. It just actually like doesn't do anything to them. She wants to die 13 times in a mission? Oh boy. Alright. So I would like to break the horns on this guy, because I think one of the items you need for crafting his weapon is his horn bits. I tried to do the Oni throw there, but it requires focus, and I was all out because I just reloaded. Okay. Okay, let's go around here. Oh, someone else was doing it. Okay. When the claw bounces off like that, it means that someone else is in the middle of their thing. and so you can't also do it at the same time. So now that his leg is broken, he can't stand up. Oops, missed. Are you okay? Oh, there's imps over here. Okay. So luckily this makes it a lot easier to hit the horns. And there we go, they're broken. I don't think I got the horn bits though. Oh well. That's fine. So I think that this phase where he has no legs is actually easier than when he does have legs. There are enemies behind me shooting me. Get out of here. Luckily they're very weak. Oh, the DLC version of canon doesn't have that? That's okay. It's funny. That probably helps a whole lot. I'm sure people are very happy for that one. It's been a long time since I played God Eater, but it's very good. I think I avoided using her in Rage Burst because of that AI stuff. And so I never even gave the other one a try. And I missed the throw. I'm actually stuck. Help. There we go. Alright, I can't see any nodes from there, but that's okay. It's done. I don't think there are any materials to pick up in this fighting area. So we just gotta purify this guy and get out. So we'll just... Oh, there we go. So next is Glaciabella. So this is one of the fights where I would like to have exploding shots for, but I don't have them, so it's okay. Since I have sniper for this, the sniper ammo will work fine on here. If I had piercing, it would be an issue, but it'll be fine. Oh. I'm mostly going to be aiming high because as a rifle user, I just kind of do that by default because it's harder for the melees to hit up there. Obviously there are other phases and knockdowns that can make it easier to hit it, but let's try and hit that wrist. There we go. Yeah. Man. I've thought about doing God Eater speedruns in the past, but one, that game is a lot longer than this game is, and also the bullet crafting in that is so broken. It's incredible, but also it makes the run a lot less fun to do, personally. Oops. There we go. Oh, I'm frozen. When you're frozen, an ally can hit you to unfreeze you for some reason. But, AIs don't always do that unless you specifically tell them to aid you. Oh, someone's frozen and I'm out of ammo, so I can't help them. Out of focus. I need to be better at managing my focus. Oh yeah, it's less broken into. Yeah, that's right. I'll just shoot whatever. I was hoping to get the horns, but then it moved around in a way that kind of blocked them. But that's okay. Good throw. Good throw. Your speedruns are pretty much assault rifle only. Yeah. This doing like individual runs of a monster in God Eater is like super impressive, but I wouldn't want to do a whole run of it. Like a whole like full game run of it or anything. But it's really cool to see. So this enemy in particular has some weird stuff with the miasmal nodes of like, they just get misaligned to where they're supposed to be when it moves around sometimes. You can see it on the one on the horn sometimes when it moves around. That happens sometimes, and it makes it hard to shoot it properly. But the hitbox on the miasmal node is actually kind of generous. It's a bit bigger than it looks. So it can be not a huge issue. Oh, leave me alone. Oh. Oh boy. I got lucky there. And so the icicles hit to either side of me. Man. All this talk of God Eater is making me want to go play that game more. Maybe I'll do that. Use that to get my hunting game fill until Monster Hunter is out. Oops, wrong button. Okay, someone got it. Okay, I'm just gonna go purify the thing. Fire a cosmetic bullet at the sky. Make an explosion homing projectile. That's cool. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I'm kind of not playing well at the moment, but I'm gonna blame that on waking up really early. Oh. There we go. Alright, got my thing. I'm gonna break its tail. Hopefully. Alright. So yeah. Since I did that while I had my health leech skill on, it actually refilled left of my health. Because of all the damage it does. Which is a fun little thing. Okay, let's activate this, and then do a breaker. I got the other arm. Okay, good. I was not sure that that was actually going to hit the arm. Oops, jumping. Oh, I ran right into it. Help. Alright. This should be almost done. Yeah. When? There we go. Unfroze her. Oh. So since she's nearly dead, I just want to focus on any miasmal node I can hit. Oh, very good. The stun should be enough to get her dead or very, very close. I will go ahead and pop this skill now. Oh, okay. I didn't even need it. I was gonna say I was gonna pop that to get the, hopefully get some good crits. Because this ability boosts my crit rate. And maybe crit damage as well. I forget exactly. Okay. Alright, next up is Pyroptrix. Another one where explosive rounds would be nice. But, don't have them. I think early on there's not many guns with explosive rounds, I think. Not 100% sure on that. Okay, there's a lot of extra junk in this mission. I'm actually going to try and clear out some or most of it first. Get rid of these snake dudes. I think they're called sickle claws. And they've taken out most of the dudes. If we're fast enough, we can maybe kill this thing before... That was a miss. Before more of those spawn. Ah. So that's really tricky to do. I I need to roll to put myself out of fire. There we go. But when it starts at fire breath, it also is susceptible to Oni throws. And so what I tried to do was get out of the way to have just enough space to get an Oni throw off on it. But I was not quite far away enough, and so it hit me anyway. Oh. This is also a fight where piercing ammo would be good. I probably, just because of the damage difference between my guns is so small, I probably could have switched weapons to the other one, but I didn't think of it. Okay. I'll move over here. It's a little bit easier to hit this miasma node from this part. It's where it was prone to missing. I'm going to take advantage of being on the ground and purify a bit. So I want to avoid getting hit by that because it actually deals like 1 point of damage. I only get my damage buff when I'm at full health. But I'll go ahead and use a heal, just get back to full and get my damage buff back. Alright. Just gonna try and shoot the other leg. Oh boy. So hopefully we keep it over here under this wall. Because the little bird things spawn over there on the other side of the arena. So if we can keep it over here, they might just not aggro onto us if they respawn. And that attack barely missed me. Reload. Alright. When it's in that tentacle mode, the miasma nodes on its arms are actually really hard to hit. So that's why I'll try and focus on the legs then, and try and hit the wings now. Oh no. It's a bad time to reload. Okay, easy throw. Got my breaker. And shoot its head, get the horn. Yeah. Oh. That was a little risky of me to keep doing that while it's spun like that, but oh. I'm gonna use the Leech ability to try and get my health back up, as I'll use another heal. Oh man. Birds are back. Oh god. Hello. Actually, you do want to get rid of these, they're very annoying. There are ice ones that can freeze you, and thunder ones that can knock you back. I'll even purify some of them. Purifying small Oni gives you a small boost to your demon hand charging up. Not as much as purifying like a large Oni part or anything, but every little bit helps. So, can't tell if the breastplate has been broken or not. Please? Nope, I missed. There we go, got it. For a moment there when I was aiming at it, most of the claw was actually out of bounds, so I couldn't attack it. And that's why I went lock on. Pop this thing for the bonus damage, as it leeches life and focus from it. Oh man, more of these things are back. And so that happens as bonus damage on top of your damage. So it's useful to pop it as often as possible. Alright. Pyropteric's down. We're almost at the end of phase 3. I think phase 3 is pretty long, comparatively, compared to the other phases. We have 2 more in this phase. Alright. Phase 3. Now it's Petros. Petros is a pretty easy fight. So, probably after this fight, I will use the first food buff. I only have enough materials for 2, and they last 1 hour each. I'll probably use the first one either after this fight or after the next one. This fight's actually pretty annoying because of the area it's in. It gives you a much larger area to fight, but there's a ton of like spiders and stuff around. I would like to clear out at least some of them. And also a medium Oni will spawn partway through the battle. I need to move now. If I could draw it back this way, that would be useful. Get it away from the spiders. Yeah, that worked well. And it's a little bit harder to fight in this like alleyway here. But shouldn't be too big an issue. Because yeah, it kind of opens up like this way. Yeah, this was good. So now the medium Oni that spawns, I think it'll spawn down by that river. I don't think we need to worry too much. Assuming we can keep him here. This guy moves around a whole lot. He has a lot of like roly-poly attacks. So he might move back there on his own. These guys' miasmal nodes are pretty hard to hit from the front because they're so small. Except for this one on the arm. So I'm mostly focusing on this arm until it breaks. I'll try and hit the other one, but that node is very, very small. It's just a little dot on his hand. There we go. Actually gonna hit the horn while I can. That was a miss. So you don't want to get hit by this. It knocks you back very, very far if it hits you. Okay. Stop following me, please. I'm gonna go underneath him. This is another boss fight where other ammo types might be more useful. But that's so weapon dependent, it's hard to like route that in intentionally. I don't think I can hit that node from here. Now I can. There we go. Alright, good. So this, I'll just break the arm because that's the only thing I can see from here. I really wanted to get that attack off before my buff ran out for the bonus damage. So, okay, let's try and purify this now that the buff has run out. Yeah, Petros is very tanky. Lots of health. Also has a couple of annoying attacks, but it's mostly not that bad a fight. So our boss health indicator. So I can turn on my Oni vision here. And then you see the 2 bars on it. The top one is like a sort of an armor gauge. It'll fill and empty over the course of the fight a couple times. And the bottom one is its overall health. That should give you the like a teal one right there. Yeah. And then the icon over it is just saying is orange because it thinks that I'm like too low level to be fighting it. So it's saying this is a risky fight basically. That depends on the gear you have. Ah, bad miss. Whoops. So, I'm not going to try and hit that horn a whole lot. I'm hopefully going to get another destroyer and can use that to break it. Because it's just such a hard point to hit. And if you miss it, it's really easy to just shoot into the sky. Okay. Pure by the thing now. So I'll just be focusing on going back to this miasmal node on this arm now. Yeah, you're right. That's what I mean by the armor, is when that purple gauge is full, that'll take the damage before health does. And then, although you can get around that by hitting these ghost parts like this one, after you've broken and purified a part. Okay, I have my destroyer charged up. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, still got it. But I got an Oni's club. It's not hugely useful. Yeah, this is second phase. He gets some extra bits. He gets his arms and legs back. And gets some extra spikes on his head. Or on his back. And he gets some extra attacks now. So luckily my gauge is nearly filled up. Oh. Okay, that symbol means Gwen is dead. But you can go and revive her. Someone picked her up already. Good. The way downs work in this is that if I go down and I have that symbol above me, so I can be revived, but it empties 3 times, that'll be mission over. And I was being greedy there. Okay, there we go. Oh, I should have hit my buffs. Oh well. I hit the one on his back, yes. Like a fifth of the way. So yeah. I think breaking the leg makes him do that ability, or that attack, where he kind of rolls to the side. So he like, can't walk because he only has one leg. Oh boy. Hey, it's that medium Oni. It finally showed up. Oh, and it summoned friends. Cool. Going to try and get rid of these guys real quick. I'm actually going to focus the medium Oni, because it's really annoying. But hopefully the Petros just hangs out and gives us some space. Oops. Oh boy. Comes regenerating parts, Quad Brachium is the worst. Yeah. I think I know what you mean. Amura is frozen. Oh my god. This is why I do not like this fight. So I have my breaker, but I want to save it for the Petros. Because this guy's nearly dead. There it goes. Okay, no. Hit that, and we'll just shoot him. Doesn't matter what we shot, because all of his parts are already broken. It doesn't matter where I hit him now. I just hit him wherever. Okay, and he's almost dead anyway. Oh, come on. I'm in a bad position. I'm just gonna move. I kept expecting him to move somewhere else, but then he didn't. Come on. Stop flipping around so much. Come on now. Play nice. Oh yeah. It's funny, on one hand the quad Brachiem is really annoying, but also it's maybe my favorite fight. Okay. So that one, getting him up to this area, away from the river with all the spiders, was actually really good. Actually saved a bit of time there. And speaking of the quad Brachiem, that's up next. Oh. Yeah, they are very good. So, luckily, this fight does not have any additional spawns. It's just the quad Brachiem. And he has that big club staff now. So once I get my destroyer attack, I'm hopefully going to use it on that specific arm. Because once you break that arm, his club is gone. There are a couple enemies that are like that. But it can be difficult to hit because he's got a lot of limbs. It can be hard getting line of sight to it. Alright, good stun. Can't hit that foot, might as well node, so I gotta aim for the arm one, I guess. I'm just gonna take this chance to reload completely. He's actually playing really nicely for me, because I'm able to hang back and just constantly shoot. Usually he does not do that. It's a little hard to hit these nodes. It's like I was saying earlier, the nodes don't always line up to where they actually visually are. I don't like trying to hit his arms because he swings them around so rapidly that it becomes really hard to hit them with the gun. So I'm gonna focus mainly on the legs. Alright. There we go. So no more club. So that disables some of his attacks. So he uses the big club staff thing to do some big sweeping attacks, so it reduces his range. Oh, didn't get the throw. Okay, that's fine. This fight's going really well so far. Going to, should get into second phase soon, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on defeat. Oh, this attack's annoying. He kicks this thing, and it breaks apart in multiple projectiles, and they bounce around a bit. Okay. Good throw. The second phase is what you hate? Yeah. Second phase has a lot of annoying stuff. I found with gun it's actually not that bad, but it can be very annoying sometimes. That's why I actually prefer to break the legs early in the second phase, so that I can stop moving around, so that I can get to its like upside down part quickly. I just feel like, I don't know, in my experience that's made the fight easier for me. There we go. Another good throw. Alright, so my demon hand is charged up, but I'm going to actually save it. Wait, did I just use it? No, okay. I hit a brain fart there. Sometimes when you go to do a throw like that, it'll just use your breaker instead and won't knock the Oni down. So that was actually kind of risky to do. But yeah, I'm going to try and save it for the next phase so I can instantly break a foot. Because it can take so long to charge up. Right. Oh, hey, look at that. Next phase. His arm actually shouldn't be here since his model changed to the next phase. But I'll purify it anyway, I guess. That's weird. No, I can just do this. Alright. And the other foot was still on the ground because it hadn't been purified yet, but since I did a full destruction on it, that it like despawns the foot. Because you can't purify what's already been totally destroyed. So this is a phase that can be kind of annoying, but it also makes this stuff easier to hit. So a little good, a little bad. And luckily everyone has all their attacks charged up, so we're just keeping them on the ground. This is what some of the low rank stuff can look like, is just the AI is constantly knocking the enemy down with breaker attacks. Which is pretty funny, but it makes the early game maybe a little bit too easy. Oh, missed. Like it's the child of Monster Hunter Onimusha? Yeah, kinda. I think. From what I know of Onimusha games, at least. That kinda makes sense. Alright. Set skills again. Oh boy. There we go. So this is kind of risky, and I actually can't aim up anymore, so I need to move. I literally could not aim up high enough to hit the node with bonus damage. This game looks fun. Yeah, it is. It's very fun. I don't know that there's much of an online community left for it because it's been out for so long. And also it's not a hugely popular game in the first place. But it's still very doable with only the AIs. Okay, I want to break the horn. Wait, breaker? There we go. Got black sand. That's not useful. Oh, he does this thing. I'm gonna stand over by the trap and hopefully come over this way. Oh yeah, the first one. The first one's good. Kiwami is good. Or Toukiden Kiwami. I definitely think this one is better. Also, the PC port is definitely better. But yeah, Kiwami is fun. And yeah, this game, if you're looking for a game to spend a lot of time in, I've got like 400 hours in this, I think. Something like that. So yeah, plenty of stuff to do. Oh, you have the Vita version. I imagine that's hard to find people to play with. Because who owns a Vita? Yeah. Kiwami's the better version of the first game. It's the, like, sort of remake. Not really. Like, enhanced version, I guess you could say. A re-release. The thing I remember most about that first game is that the town, no matter what you did, it ran at like 15 FPS. It's such a weird thing. Oh. So I'd like to get that foot. It's behind the other foot now. I can't aim up high enough. Please, game. There we go. I got it. So yeah, the reason I wanted that is the full destruction gives you the bonus material. So it is useful to get. Oh, I was not paying attention. When he goes underground like that, you can look at his icon on the map to kind of see where he's going. I was not paying attention. Oh god. Okay. Well, I think he's almost dead. Yeah. Only a little bit more. Oh, dodge. Nope. I was reloading. Oh, come on. That's my last bullet, apparently. So I want to just hit it to get that thing over there and do some damage. And hopefully... Okay. Well... I just wanted damage that it would start refilling my health. There we go. Finish it with the destroyer. Alright, so... This is the point where I really, really want a new weapon. Because otherwise it'd get much slower if I don't. We're doing pretty good on time though. Got a while to go still, but pretty good at the moment. Phase 4 available. So, and you check the blacksmith. Make the Petros cannon. Excellent. So the Petros cannon, 4 of the things, or 3 of the things it needs, only requires 1 thing. So that's why it's very easy to hit, to get. Alright, upgrade that to +3. Oh, I should make armor, actually. Hello. Armor, please. I can just make whatever. I just need to make sure I don't use my multi-purpose stones. I might end up not using them at all. Make that one. And that one. And the hat I got has blocked my hair. I'm going to order food, grilled only liver. This boosts my crit rate. Got small boost, unfortunately. So, since the hat blocked the hair, I'll go turn off the hat. There we go. People can see the twin tails now. Right. Alright, Crispices. This guy, his movement in the boss arena is going to depend a lot on how fast this goes. Because there are these worms that will constantly spawn. And they're very annoying. So hopefully we can keep them away from the area that they spawn in. See, all my AIs just went off to the left. I want to be over this way. Hopefully. I can... That's not what I wanted. I wanted to follow. I can issue orders to them. Tell them to follow me and pull them over here. And then just put them on free. So hopefully, now that everything's over here, we will all stay here and not get bothered by the worms. That was silly. Nope. So, after we break the legs, I'll probably switch to explosion ammo to use on his face. Because, he has 2 horns. I'm stuck. Okay. I'll just shoot from here like this. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm stuck. Yeah, I might stick to exploding ammo to hit him in the face. For both the horns plus his two, like, antenna things. And there's also, like, a crest on his head I can hit. So exploding ammo is pretty good against him. Oh, do not move in time. Oh, Homura, dork. And to do that. Switch Homura to follow to hopefully pull him back over here. Okay, and then Homura attack, whatever. Yeah, this has been good so far. We're not getting caught in the worms. That was silly, I shouldn't have done that. Oh boy. But one of the worms followed us over here. Those worms can actually move around. I guess it followed Homura over. Luckily that doesn't mean it will spawn over here. They still only spawn up at the top. Oh, missed it. Oh. Okay. Actually, after I use these bullets, I'll switch to exploding. There's only the 1 foot left. Just, I got one of the horns. Okay. Oops. I was kind of hoping for one of the antenna things, but the horn's okay too. We don't want it over there. I'm actually going to switch them to follow to bring them over here. And hopefully they will listen. Since I switched to exploding, I don't know that I can hit it from over there. Can I? Kind of. Okay. So, explosive shots have an arc to them. And so I have to adjust my aim based on the distance. Yeah, I want to hit the crest on its head plus the antenna. And also the tusk thing. Whatever it's called. This is why exploding ammo is pretty good on this guy. So he has those 3 nodes right next to each other, and I can hit 2, maybe 3 of them at a time. So I actually need to get to purifying. He's gonna hit me. Oh. Okay. I'm going to save my destroyer attack for the next phase. Then I can break the tail off. Right now I cannot full destruction of the tail. Or anything, I think. I mostly want to get rid of that tail when it comes to it, though. I'll get down here. Okay. Oh, someone else is doing the thing? I have to wait. Oh, the tail's out of bounds now. I don't know if I can get it. There we go. Also, I would really like to move away from here. Break the gills on the side. Yeah, I'm going to try and pull everyone away. Okay, think I'm gonna stick with exploding ammo for now. Go over to Gwen, she's good. I can just get all of them on free. Okay. Again, the worms over there are very annoying. I just want to stay away from them. Oh boy. Ah. There we go. It's moving around very sporadically. It's making it difficult to get good attacks out, but it's okay. That's the... I don't like the second phase because of how much he moves during it. It's just hard to get him to stay still long enough to shoot. So, I think we've broken everything at this point. I know there's still one gil left, but that's okay. We don't need to do that. I'd like to for the materials, though. So I think it's... Okay, someone broke one of the legs. Yeah, piercing ammo is also pretty good against this guy, because you can shoot at his mouth and hit like multiple times throughout his torso all the way down to his tail. That's another good option for this fight. I can aim for the spot where the gill was and hit where the other gill is, which is actually broken now. Oops. I need to move closer. Alright, not much more. Alright, there we go. Finish him with the destroyer again. And now they all rush off to go fight more of the worms. Alright, quit out. That was a good fight. That was really good. We kept him away from the worms almost the entire time. And using exploding ammo there, also very helpful. Mission phase 4. Alright, there we go. Next is Viper Queen. So this boss has some ads with it as well, but they're not a huge deal. They're pretty easy to deal with. I mean, these turtles. I'm actually going to avoid the boss for now to take these things out. Luckily, they have that spin attack that you can stop with your claw, and it helps charge up your meter. So they're actually really helpful for charging up your attacks a bit quicker, assuming that they actually do the thing. There are two more over there, but we don't need to worry about them unless we move over that way. There we go. This is another one where exploding can be good, because you can hit like horns and both arms at once. But there's only two miasma nodes there where you would aim. I'm mostly going to be focusing on the arms here, because the tentacles get hard to hit when she's, you know, actually moving around, that is. Ugh. The arms are pretty small and hard to hit as well. Ah, missed it. But the arms just wave around less than the tentacles do. So she has this sort of half phase like some of the monsters do, where she just pops off her shell and does different attacks. And the shell is free loot, so we're gonna use that because we need it if we ever want to try and make her weapon. And also it adds a thing here, extra miasmal node that we can't normally hit. It's very hard to see. It's one of the worst placed nodes. It looks like I'm not even hitting the thing, but I'm hitting the node. If you aim directly at the node, you don't hit it. So you have to intentionally miss to be able to hit it. Because good video game. Break her horns. That apparently didn't hit her horns. I think I hit the tentacle instead? What was that? Maybe his arm. That's okay. I needed to break the arm anyway. There we go. Alright, want to focus on that tail so that, before it gets covered up. There we go. It's very good that we're keeping her stunned a lot. That's very useful. And also keeping her in this corner away from the turtles. We don't have to worry about AIs getting distracted. Oh. Oh, I was trying to do a throw, but I'm out of focus. I just reloaded. So yeah, she's very fast, and you see her icon is green. That means she's an easy fight for me. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Oh. Oh, I'm stunned. Thank you, Gwen. Trying to hit the nodes, but it's hitting not the node instead. There we go. Is it boring? Yeah, it kind of drags in the middle here. And the fights, I'll admit, it's not the most exciting run. But it's fun to do, so that's why I do it. We're almost done with this fight. We'll move on to the next one. Oh. Well, the thing is, there's not really any, like, glitches to this game, so there's no, like, glitchy speed tech or anything. The only glitch I know of is the load screen crash, which is not useful. It is the opposite of useful. Alright. And I should have used my buff. There we go. Done. Yeah. This game's definitely, I would say it's definitely more fun to play than watch, honestly. We're being real here. So, hey, thanks for hanging out and watching, you know? Alright, this guy, this next guy, the wing spawn, it's a pretty annoying fight. Although exploding shots are pretty good on him. Because he keeps his arms and legs all together pretty close. Oh, it shot me immediately. Okay. So yeah. Alright, good throw. Got that while the buffs are up, so bonus damage from that. Okay, switch to exploding now. We can hit both arms and maybe both legs as well. And also, when his head is down like that, we can hit his head as well. Yeah. Exploding shot, very good. Please leave me alone. Get out of the way of the tail. Once I'm able to, I'm going to break that tail as soon as I can, because those tail whips are very annoying. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I've tried to explain stuff, but I know people are, coming and going. So maybe you might have missed stuff. So feel free to ask anything you need. These fights tend to be just a bit longer than I have things to say about the fights, so feel free to ask anything. Happy to answer. Yeah, I forget if I mentioned, I try and purify as many parts as I can to charge up my demon hand attacks as fast as possible. Ugh. You will not be behind me like that. Am I gonna run Monster Hunter World anytime soon? I don't know, maybe. The problem is my computer is actually pretty low spec, so it'll probably barely run Monster Hunter. So being able to record or run would be difficult. And these things are over in a corner on their own. Unfortunately, they did get aggroed. And explosion shots are not great for dealing with them. Oh. Oh my god. Please just leave me alone. And my Asmo node is really hard to hit. Okay. Oh. There we go. Now I've got my breaker, or full destruction. Oh, get rid of the tail. No more tail whips. Yeah, I've seen some Monster Hunter World speedruns. It looks alright. Oh. Definitely considering it. It'd be fun to do. I have some friends who are into speedrunning Monster Hunter games, so could do co-op for those, which help make these games a lot more exciting. I'd really like to get in there and purify those things, but it's a little far away. He's kind of right on top of them. Let's risk it. So Plumber out. Yeah, the world speedruns I've seen are very dependent on loot drops. It's like not necessarily like reset if you don't get a specific thing for the most part, but it's very dependent on if you get loot at the right time. I don't know if the gems are like necessary for the run, or how much they depend on them, but they definitely help. Alright, I think I should switch back to regular ammo. Maybe. He tends to move around a lot more in this, and just not be as scrunched up. I hit the buttons wrong. So, the second phase, he gets all his arms and legs back. I don't know if he gets any bonus attacks now. I think he does. Like this one. Is the firearm the best weapon for the run, or is it my favorite? It is my favorite, but also this makes it qualify for shots fired. Oh no. Okay. So it's pretty good for the run. I haven't tested a whole lot of the other weapons. I've used the knives before, but they're not great. And someone else has used Naginata, and that seems to be pretty good. But I have not done a ton of testing with other stuff. This is just the one that I find most fun, and also it fits the marathon. Okay. Oh, very good. Hit as much as I can while it's stunned. Yeah, that's why I broke the tail, because that tail whip attack is much less scary. Oh yeah. I would say the biggest problem I would have with running Monster Hunter World is that it's just really long. Its runs are like 10 hours or something, 11 hours. So yeah, there are shorter categories, but the main one is 11 or so, I think. And it's a lot of cutscene. Because all the cutscenes in that game are unskippable. Alright. I shouldn't have too much more left. In fact, I will break the swing. Yeah, the fights around now are when we can only just start to get more than one breaker per, or more than one demon hand attack before it's dead. And this one it was just barely. Yeah. I want to purify this for the loot, because you never know. You might need that one extra item. There we go. Body Kaidos 100%. That's a silly thing. That game is... It's like they knew about speedrunners and said, we don't want people speedrunning this game, so they made it ridiculous. But speedrunners are persistent, and they'll speedrun anything. Alright, phase 5. So, time for another blacksmith check. The Petros cannon is usually good enough to get me through the rest of the run. But I'll make some more armor. Oops. I'm actually out of money. Oh, I didn't equip that. Whoops. Hit the button wrong. This one. I think. Yeah. The bow, you're not very good or less classical? Yeah, I haven't used the bow very much. But it seems not as good as gun. So, yeah. Okay. This is, you remember from like an hour ago when we fought the Phytotior? It's the poison guy. This guy has the same general like skeleton as that one. And he's pretty annoying. Luckily, I feel like his attack patterns are easier to deal with. I think I'm going to try using exploding ammo on this guy as well. Because he is small enough to where I can hit multiple things at once. I can hit the hand and the horns when he's down like that. Oops. So, you can see the arc on these is pretty extreme when you get at range like this. I'm actually going to move forward because it's a little silly. Yeah, with the Petros cannon, it's probably faster to do a reload of all your cells at once. to run it dry and then use all of them, refill all at once instead of reloading after each shell. Just because of the sheer number of shells it has. That's a very quick reload to get, what is it, 10 back? Instead of slowing down each individual shot. Get the horns. And hopefully it will come over this way. This trap won't go to waste, but it's probably going to disappear before then. Oh shoot. Want to get rid of these things. Oh, nice. You hit the trap. Excellent. This guy is not so bad of a fight. The Petros cannon is actually a really good weapon to get in this run, because it's a good damage boost for when you can get it. And the ammo types, sniper and explosions, are kind of the two preferred types. So that makes this go a lot faster than if I was still using piercing ammo or something. I want to hopefully purify these. It keeps getting knocked down. Wonder. Get that tail out of here. There we go, I got it. The tail's movement as it moves around, and then also the enemy moving around makes it very hard to grab at times. It's very easy to grab the wrong thing. Alright. Use that to get the last alarm off. Oh wait, that's a graphical glitch, that attack. It looks invisible, but there is actually some smoke. It will damage you if it hits you. It's very annoying, but luckily I already know. I know what to watch for in that attack, so I can be clear of it. Alright, halfway. Alright. I'm doing a really good job of just keeping him on the ground in this one. Knocked down, not constantly, but getting knocked down a lot, which is very helpful with how much this guy flails around. There are some enemies that keeping them knocked down constantly is like helpful, but not as big a help as is on an enemy like this. And some of them it's just hard to keep them knocked down. And there's of course the point that you're depending on the AI to be smart about their move usage and not stacking them on top of each other, or just not even whiffing the attack. Actually, it's a really nice move because it gives you a lot of time to just hang out, since it's like you just have to not be right next to him. So I can sit and purify remains, or I can be shooting them or whatever. So for a rifle user, that's a very good attack to see. When he places the mine down and explodes upwards. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm very low on focus. So the next reload will probably be a regular one, where I can just do the single reload for each of these shots until I'm back at high focus. I want to be able to dodge out of the way if necessary. Just hit the leg. Oops, not that. Alright. Should be nearly dead, yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna hit him with this wherever, doesn't matter. I think we just got both his arms. Oh, we cannot full destruction his legs. So, there we go. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Hey, Matty Matt. Yeah, man, Toukiden. It's a good game. Alright. Couple more fights. I think there's 6 or 7. Yeah, this game's very good. Out of all the hunting games I've played, this is probably my favorite. Alright, so up next is the Maledictar. This is another enemy that has a weapon, but once you break the arm that's holding the weapon, it loses the weapon. So, hopefully it gives you this nice big area to move around in. So, I think I'm going to stick with sniper ammo for this one, because its limbs are so big that it's hard to hit more than one at a time, or with exploding ammo. Oh. Yeah. I'm mostly focus on this node here on the leg. I'm gonna move up to the arm above it once it's broken. I like this fight changes pretty drastically in the different phases. So there we go. Go to the next one. You'll see that as we get to the next phase and start breaking limbs. Toukiden 3, I would hope so. I really hope it did well enough for one. So I think there's a lot of cool ideas that this game had that they could expand upon in the third game. Alright, let's actually focus on, well, didn't get the throw, okay. I'd like to focus on the arm with the club, but that's waving around too much. Okay, there's the tail. I'll go purify that. Hopefully it doesn't just smack me. Ooh. Alright. This fight's not so bad. If you've had bad luck with... Oh, it was announced. Nice. I must have missed that. Oh boy. I was in the attack range there, and so I had to run away instead of trying to throw him. If I stopped to try and throw him, it would have hit me. Yeah, that's cool that there's a third one confirmed. There we go. Got to throw that time. I assume there's no real details on it yet, just kind of that it exists. Get down. Okay, so I have my destroyer attack. I'm going to use it on the club arm to get rid of that club. Then I think I can break the tail now. I can. So let's get rid of the tail. Okay, and start purifying this to refill our gauge. Oh. Yeah. Okay, like 1/3 of the way done. Oh. Oh, okay. That was really lucky, because I was not able to roll. So, it's a close call. Aim is bad right now. Okay, so since everything's broken, I'll just focus on the leg again. Because that's an easy node to hit. I think they just full broke it. Okay, well, I'll use the other leg then. There's no node, but it's guaranteed hits. But since he has one leg broken now, he's on the ground like this, crawling. And this makes him a lot easier to hit. Or to hit the nodes on the arms. Yeah. God Eater is a very different thing. Like, even though it's still a hunting game, it, like, the combat is so different. Because it is, like, a much faster thing. I really enjoy God Eater, but it is very different from other hunting games. And also, I think the first God Eater is pretty good, but the Rage Burst is where it's very good. So, a funny thing about that Flame Breath attack it just did, it's just this long pillar of flame that goes straight ahead, but if it's up on a hill like it is now, and I'm down here, it can actually just go over my head. It's a funny little thing. Okay, so look at this. This should miss me. Yep. So it's pretty good for him to get back against a wall like this, because it means that I have to dodge less. Or one less thing for me to worry about dodging, at least. Oops. I wanted the skills up. There we go. Alright, just gonna hit the miasma node that I can see. I think everything's broken at this point. I think we got the other arm at some point. Oh no, we didn't. Okay. Still have to break that. Then we can do a full destruction on the other leg, if I can charge it up in time. I might have dodged that one. Yeah, about God Eater. Yeah, the first release of God Eater is a little rough to go back to, but Rage Burst is very, very good. It's a much better game. It's also incredibly long. Like, I played that game for 150 hours and got halfway through it or something. It's so long, which is good. But okay, I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Oh yeah, the camera stuff in God Eater is weird, isn't it? Especially for PSP. Oh. Oh boy. Comboed. I forgot that that has a much bigger splash than it looks. Don't hit the heal as well. Alright, so now everything's broken, so we can just focus on... Oh, it's almost dead anyway. There we go. Yeah. We're on pretty good pace, and I apologize, this is probably going to go way under estimate, unless things go very wrong in Phase 6. So, because my PB is 3 hours 20, and I'm currently a minute ahead of that. So, this could be way under estimate. Just a heads up to whoever is in charge right now. Alright, this next fight's annoying. The White Dragon, the Drakewing. Ugh. It has this one particular skill that is very annoying. It's doesn't really breathe fire, but it like shoots lightning out of its mouth that stuns. And it's just a big AoE around it, and it's hard to dodge. How far under estimate? Could be like 20 minutes. Could be about 20 minutes underestimate, I think. Things might go really poorly in phase 6, but it's looking like I'll be about 20 to 25 minutes ahead. So I'll let you know if you wanted to try and find another run or anything. So yeah, I had to do a pretty generous estimate with this game because of how random it can be. Like, if I just don't get good materials, then I don't get good weapons, and then I just am slower on everything. So runs of this game can be very long or not very long. So God Eater Resurrection if you buy Rage Burst? Yes, you do. I believe that is the case on Steam and Humble Bundle at the very least. You get both the games as a bundle. Oh, here's that move. Oh, I got stunned by it. You can dodge roll in that move to not get stunned, and I've never gotten the timing down very well. Yeah, I'll let you know. It'll definitely be underestimate. It's just I shouldn't lose too much time, even if things go poorly. But yeah, I'll keep you up to date. Oh, oops. Spot game? Nice. It's a very fun game. Have fun with it, dude. So, I've never played on PS4. I assume it's good there. Definitely, gonna be better than the Vita version, at least. And 15 is like a steal for this. Oh. Tried to get the grab as it swooped by, but fortunately did not. Get down, please. It's hard to fight you when you're in the air. Please get down. There we go. Ooh. Oh, here it comes. Didn't get it again. I'm terrible at that dodge. One nice thing about rifle is I can just be far away, and it like has this limited range. So, like, I would like to use my destroyer on its horn. Hopefully, it will stay still long enough. And so, once I activate that destroyer, I'm stuck and I have to use it. I can't. It isn't like the demon hand attacks where I can like dodge out of it to change my position. So it is, you have to be very careful about when you use it, since you're planted. This game is really long. It's relatively long. This is the shorter category for this game. It's only going to be 3.5-ish hours. The longer runs, the only other category that there is that we've done runs of is about 4.5, and it's a lot more boring than this run is. Yeah. One thing about the God Eater, if you just buy Resurrection, and like you think like, it's not that great, but it seems cool, then you might want to try Rage Burst anyway, because it improves basically everything about the game. So if you think it's almost your thing, but not quite, then Rage Burst might be the better option. But yeah, it is more expensive, so it's understandable if you'd only get Resurrection. Right, so all the limbs are back. I barely dodged that attack. I missed it again. If I can just dodge that once in this fight, that'd be great. Or better yet, if it just didn't use it. That would also be great. I was on fire there, so you have to roll 3 times to not be on fire. I think fire prevents you from healing red health. Or if you take damage, you don't refill. Or don't get red health to refill. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use another one of those. So one of my Mitama has an ability, so I deal more damage at full health. So I would like to be at full health as often as possible. I was about to hit that. Come on. I just hit the buttons to do the destroyer attack, so I was not able to dodge. Okay. Actually, I'm going to reload first so I can get up. Now, get that. Okay, since I have breaker, I think I do the tail. Come on, please. Grab the tail. Walk on. It's not wanting to help. Oh, I hate this fight so much. Thanks, Omura. Hello? There we go. Didn't get it. There we go, finally. There we go. Homer's having issues here. You okay there, buddy? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was too distracted by Homer glitching out. Oops. Oh. Well, hey, VC Get Down. Welcome to Shots Fired. It is honestly my favorite speedrun marathon. It's very fun. A lot of cool games get shown that would normally wouldn't be in other marathons. So, I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to check the schedule. And, you know, there's all kinds of cool stuff. I think there's only another day or 2 after this. Maybe go till Saturday night? I forget. Oh. It's not paying attention. Again. Oops. Shouldn't be too much more. Yeah. It's really unfortunate that I got stunned while I had my abilities up, because it just kind of wastes those cooldowns. Alright, so since all the limbs are broken, except the wings, I'm just going to focus on this. Oh. Missed it again. He's also using that a lot. He usually does not use that ability that often. It's like it knows that I'm terrible at dodging it. Okay. I'm gonna destroy one of the wings, actually. Oh. Don't think there's enough time to get a another full destruction in. I'll go for it. See if we can. Also, the white dragon armor and weapon you can get are actually all very good. So if I get enough stuff to make its items, that would be useful. Oh wow, it actually didn't hit me. I'm surprised. There we go. I think there's an item over here. Oh. There's an item over there, but it's outside the wall, so I can't get to it. Alright. Up next is the Brute Beast. If you remember, if you were here at the start of the run, the Brute Beast is the thing we saw in the tutorial. We finally get to fight it. I think after this there's 3 fights? 4 fights? Yeah, I think you're right. The armor bounce with elemental defenses. I believe that is correct. Pretty sure. So, I don't know these big guys. He's not so bad. I'm going to try and focus on... I want to hit the leg, but it's actually hard to hit the legs miasma node from behind. Hopefully I can stay somewhat in front of it, or to the side. But if I get behind, I can hit the his right arm. It's not so bad to hit. Which that node is actually easier to hit from behind than from the front. So I'm kind of really close here. Oh, good trap on Muro. I should have reloaded first. There we go. Alright. Good job so far. Can't really hit a good node from there. There we go. Very good. Again, damage bonus because I had my skills up. And my gauge is nearly full, so I can almost get a full destruction. Is that like 2/3, I guess? I'm try and hit the torn there. That'd be nice. Oh. I'm gonna try and break this other leg. It doesn't have a node, but I want to break it anyway. Ah, bad shot. Oh, should have dodged. I was thinking I could get one more shot in before having to dodge, but I was wrong. Yeah. And with those, and leech some health back. Brute Beast is a pretty easy fight, especially the beginning phase. The next phase is like kind of annoying, but it's more annoying than it is difficult, so it's not that big a deal. A weird angle to hit it from. Can I? I actually don't remember if I can. No, okay, I'm gonna save that then. I want to save them for full destructions for the materials, and then you can tell when it's a full destruction because the body part will glow white when you aim the attack. I want to be away from here. Yeah, since I won't necessarily get a second one charged up, just want to save. These attacks, I'll just go ahead and use this right now. Those charge up much faster. doing a good job of keeping it on the ground. It just helps things so much to keep it knocked down as much as possible. Uh-oh, I'm out of stamina. That's bad. There we go. Oh, whoops. I just don't use the thing. I thought I got the throw, but I didn't. That was a waste. Oh, look at that. It was so close to the next phase as well. So that'll slow me down a bit here, but shouldn't be too big a deal. So gotta re-break all the limbs now. I'm gonna focus on that leg, just like at the start of the fight. Oh, that was actually really close. So, if you get a full destruction on his, I think it's his legs, he will actually go underground. I'll break the things on his back, and that missed. I don't know if that hit at all. Man. I was aiming for the thorns on its back, because those are hard to break otherwise. I think it just missed completely. Let's go for the arm now. Okay, let's go purify. Okay. Alright, so I've got my attack skill up, but I'm going to save it since my cooldowns are almost done. I can use all three at once for big damage buff all at once. Oh, gotta dodge out of the way that one. Alright. Oops. No, I can't hit any miasma nodes from here. I'll just keep going. Oh, that was bad. That skill hits for a lot, and also it pulls you towards it. So you want to try and dodge that when you can. Was not quite paying enough attention. My food buff is actually almost out. I should have enough time left to finish out this fight with it. I'll refresh that next time I'm in town. Actually, this mission is the end of Phase 5, so I might get back to town. It'll be Phase 6 time, which means another blacksmith check, the final one that I'll do. I need to get out of the way of that. Come do this thing. Okay, there's not much more left. Oh, this guy. And so, you see on the bottom right, the B skill. It's my powerful thing that boosts my crit rate. That is, it's, I don't know what that. It's out of stock. There are little shrines you can pray at. I think there's one over there. It's that thing in the distance, the smoky thing. You can use that to refill your skills, but it's still actually on cooldown. I probably don't have enough time to get a second or a third use of that ability off because the cooldown is so long. So I'm not going to bother refilling. It's really only the final fight that I might refill on, because then I can. That fight is long enough where it can be useful, or you might run out of stock of other skills. Okay, let's see if I can get these this time. There we go. Got him. Oh, black sand though. That's an upgrade item, so it's maybe useful, but maybe not. Alright, got the throw. And after Benezuki hits it, I'll hit him again as well. And break his foot. Would have liked to have the timing of that work out to get the damage buff on it, but that's okay. Didn't need it. Alright, Brute Beast down. So that's the end of phase 5. Ugh, so, another blacksmith check now. Alright, so hopefully we can get something new, and we can't. Great. Yeah, we have not enough for any of these. I'll still check armor. Yeah. Actually, let's get White Dragon. This, okay. Yeah. Just using my multi-purpose rocks now because I don't have anything else to spend them on. It only needs one anyway. Okay. I could fortify, but I'm not super concerned about it. The bonuses are so small. Okay, got the small boost again. Oh well. And 6. Unending Bloodbath. This is the Onyx Wing. It is similar to the, I don't know what it was called. Something claw, something wing, I don't remember. It's similar to an enemy we fought before, but still pretty different. This guy can be pretty annoying. He has one ability that we want to see very little, that like, jumps around a bunch and causes a bunch of ice pillars to shoot up out of the ground. Usually only does that once or twice. Hopefully he doesn't do it at all. So I'll probably switch to exploding ammo after this, because his legs and tail are so close to each other. Oh, okay. Got knocked down. Good. I was a little concerned there, because I'm kind of in a corner over here. I'm just going to move over this way. But yeah, finish to exploding. I can hit the leg node and the tail node on the other leg. He's doing the explosion thing. Luckily I can just keep shooting him all the time while doing this. It's not a big issue. Oh. There are some enemies that, I think it's the Jolix. It has a similar explosion, but if you hit it, it explodes prematurely. So you want to be careful about when you attack at them. This guy doesn't though, so just keep hitting him. Alright, shoot his horn, hopefully. Get her head back down. Head down. There we go. So yeah, after a certain amount of time, that skill will just shoot. So that's why it's important for him to move properly for me. So yeah, there's another explosion again. Again, I don't have to worry about it. Let's see if we can get this thing done. There we go. Alright. This is going pretty well so far. Keeping him on the ground a lot. Hasn't been too bad with his attack patterns. How's he doing? About a quarter of the way done. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to stand up. Then I'll see about using the breaker. I can hit his tail. Get the full destruction on the tail. In the second phase, I think you can do his wings. I believe this guy has. Alright. Oh boy. I think he's about to do his jumpy thing. Oh, there we go. Hit Gwen. Oh, Homura got her up. Okay. She was, for some reason, getting hit by this guy, and some of his skills will put you to sleep. And now I can hit you to wake you up. Okay. I have this. Oh, come on. He moved right as I shot. I knew it was a risk when he was up in the air like that, but I was hoping I could get the shot off before he came back down. Well, it's gonna purify. How we're doing? About halfway. So we should be transforming soon. Ah, there it goes. And immediately get to full destruction. Very nice, Minizuki. I don't even think he actually finished the transformation animation. So he'll probably stand up and just immediately change. Oh boy. He's got that dive kick. It does a ton of damage. Let's do that. Get all my health back. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. That's the jumping attack. Someone interrupted him before he did it. He can do that like 6 or 7 times in a row, and it's really annoying. So the spinning body parts, after you break off one of the body parts, it'll be just on the ground. And you have to purify it to like remove armor, basically. And when it's purifying, just as like a visual indicator that it's purifying, it'll spin around like that. It can look a little weird depending on how the body part hits the ground exactly. But yeah, it's it makes sense to have some kind of visual on it. Oh boy. Yep, there he goes again. It's this thing that I hate. There's a very small window where he's got that red around him that you can knock him down, but it's very, very brief, and it's actually really hard to intentionally get it. It's like it's more likely to unintentionally get it. All right. Like gonna knock him down with that. You've almost got another breaker charged. Oh. Or another demon hand attack. Alright, there we go. I'm going to hit my damage buffs, and then... Oh, someone else got the ring. Okay, so I can just hit whatever. So I do that just for straight up damage. It's useful. Right as I was about to use it, someone else got the full destruction on his other wing. Oh, put me to sleep. Great. That's actually a really rare attack. It very rarely does that. Someone come hit me, please. Thank you. Oh. Just gonna run away from him. There we go. Yeah, it's got him. There we go. That wasn't so bad. That was pretty good, actually. That was a good fight. Okay, next up. Still on good pace. So there's only 2 fights left. They're about 10 to 12 minutes each. Up next is one of my favorite enemies from the whole series, the Chthonian Fiend. Okay. Here we go. Oh, not much longer now. So, I've mentioned it once or twice before, but there's a glitch where the game will occasionally hang on these load screens. If this starts taking a little bit too long, I might have to quit out and restart the game. It most likely happens on the final mission, but it can happen on this one as well. I think it might have something to do with just how long the game has been running. Like it's a memory leak or something. Oh boy. But yeah, it almost always happens on the final mission at least once. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to stick to sniper ammo for this guy. Hi, please don't hit me. I'm gonna focus on this leg for now. The exploding ammo can be like okay on this guy. Exploding ammo is actually pretty okay against everything. But it's if I can like keep hitting my Asmal nodes, then the sniper ammo is going to be a better option here. And yes, bipedal monster with beads. Beads are actually really hard to break without just using a breaker attack or destroyer attack. This is just this weird small hitbox on its chest. Luckily, it does give me a miasmal node on them for rifle, so they're pretty easy to aim at least. So I think I'm hitting the tail instead of the leg, but that's okay. I just want to be hitting a node. Oh, almost got that search up. Actually, just use it now on the horns. There we go. Oh, this is really good timing. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this arm now. Or try to. This is kind of an annoying attack where he walks around and spits fireballs. Luckily, it's pretty dumb and was walking into a wall, so it ended up not being that big an issue. Wow, was out of focus. Need to be careful. Right. Arms are yellow. They're about halfway broken, I think. Alright, there's one arm done. I think I got a hit on the beads. Actually, I'm going to just come up and do this. Oh, I have to move now. This attack drops projectiles from the ceiling, and it targets where you are, and also some other random spots on the ground. So you just have to keep moving. That's unfortunate. It can basically, after a body part is broken off, if you don't purify it fast enough, it can like reabsorb that part, and so you have to re-break it. See his arm. Oh, someone just used the someone just used a breaker on it, so actually didn't matter. Is he gonna do that thing again with the roof? He is. Great. And he just gets to absorb again. This is getting really annoying, actually. Alright, there we go. I got it this time, finally. Alright, one more arm to break. And we can go for the beads, but it's not a big deal if we don't get them, because I'm not going to be trying any more crafting after this. It's like unlikely that I'll have anything, and the stuff I have is pretty good. And there's only 2 fights left, so there's not much point in checking. Come on. Let's go ahead and just get... Oh my god. I can't believe that. As soon as I hit the button, I knew he was dodging. Oh, it's heartbreaking. That's okay. Alright. Get my damage buff up at least. I think I'm mostly going to focus on just this foot node for now. Well, no I'm not. I have to break things. So hopefully I get the demon hand attack charged up soon, because I would really like to break that tail. Oh. Oh, there we go. Use this on the tail. Get rid of that. It's just... It's not super dangerous, but it's really annoying to have to deal with. Alright. I think you can full destruction his legs as well, the hind legs. I think. Yeah, this attack, he sticks his arm underground, and then an explosion happens somewhere on top of where someone is. Oh, Gwen dropped again. Get her back up real quick. But that explosion is very hard to dodge, so they just kind of have to be moving when it's coming. Hey, good trap. That's why Homura is very, very useful in this run. Alright. Oh god. I tried to dodge, but it was a little late on it. Oh, wasn't paying attention. So now I have an ability, or a condition on me that means I can't use my abilities. So I can't heal right now. That's okay. It's not bothering me, so it's not a big deal. That's mostly an issue with being able to heal, but I'm okay. Alright, so since all the ones are broken, I'm just going to focus on whatever node is easiest to hit. Alright, skills are back. And just pop all these. There we go. Got that off. And luckily, my skill buffs apply to destroyer attacks, so I got all my health back as well with the leech skill. And it's got the big damage off on it. Alright, this fight's been going pretty well so far. It's looking pretty good. Please don't go after me. Target someone else, please. There we go. Alright. It's not too much more to this fight. Didn't break the beads, but that's fine. If you destroy every body part at least once, you get bonus materials, but like I said, I'm not concerned about crafting for the rest of this run, so getting materials is not a priority anymore. Alright. How much more? Just a sliver. Oh, I should have used the ability first. My skill. That's okay. It's very, very close. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Alright, one more fight. Pick up this thing. Don't need it. But why not? I was waiting for the death animation anyway. Right. So, heads up to Macker. We're going to be should be about 3 hours, 20 minutes long. So we'll be about 25 minutes ahead of estimate. Assuming this doesn't go terribly. Which it shouldn't. This shouldn't go... There's no way I'll lose like 20 minutes on this. I could lose a minute or two. Okay, hopefully this doesn't crash. If it crashes, it'll be now. There we go. Hey, that's only like the second time that's happened. Good stuff. Well, this is Tokiwa no Orochi. It's the final boss of the story. And it's kind of a dumb fight, I think. It's a cool looking enemy though. The 5-headed Hydra thing. And its second phase, it Becomes an 8-headed Hydra. Luckily it has some very easy miasmal nodes on it. Of its legs and tail. Then each of the mouths of a head has a node on it. But I'm not really going to be trying to hit those. Except for when it gets stunned like this. So I'll go ahead and take some shots on it there. Ah, come on. There we go. Each of the, or 4 of the 5 heads can be destroyed and broken off. The main head in the middle cannot be. Orochi again? Yeah, Orochi again. Yeah. I really like the Orochi boss in God Eater as well. It's a lot of fun there. But yeah, you know, when you base your enemies on Japanese mythology, you're gonna pull them from the same pool. That was a little risky of me to try and continue purifying when I knew he was shooting fire, but it's okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Just hit those. Right, someone got a throw off. That's good. I'll just hit the node on his side. Oh, there we go. Break a head. One of the annoying things about this boss is that those heads are so big that if you go and purify them, they actually like take up your entire screen. So it can actually be risky just to purify something. Alright, let's go help with these. So, this guy has a lot of very annoying fire attacks that luckily he has not used very many of yet. The second phase has one that's particularly bad. This one is, oh, that one's pretty good for rifle because it just shoots the fireball straight up in the air, so I don't have to worry about dodging. Challenge Orochi with 1 AI partner. I think I did that. That sounds familiar. Yeah. Those missions with only 1 AI partner and God Eater found them to be pretty tough. Just kind of generally. Trying to hit that spot on his leg, but he keeps getting his head in the way. In God Eater 2. And yeah, I probably did it then. I played a lot more God Eater 2 than I did God Eater 1. Break another head. Gonna be a little risky. I'm trying to purify this. Just stand next to him. Okay. You didn't do anything at all. That was nice of him. I'm fine. Okay, I'm gonna save the thing. It's probably gonna go into second phase soon. I'm gonna save my demon hand attack so I can perma break something. I don't believe I can perma break any of the limbs yet. Okay, here goes. Let's do this one. But right now I can perma break the 2 legs that turn into heads, plus the tail. And then if you full destruction all 3 of those, then you can actually start to full break the heads, and he goes into like a 3rd phase. It's a pretty cool fight, but I've never had it go on that long. So, we might barely get to the 3rd phase if we use enough full destructions, but no guarantees. And yeah, in that 3rd phase, you can full destruction 4 of the 5 heads that are left. That tail whip attack is really annoying. I do not like it. So yeah, that's another one of the annoying fireball attacks it has. It shoots them all out like that because they hit at various ranges and it can be hard to predict where they're going. Okay, gonna aim for some mouth node here. Oh shoot, I rolled the wrong thing. No. Whatever. I'll just use scatter. There's a way to eject him, I don't remember what it is. I'm point blank on a mouth node anyway, so this will be pretty good damage. The thing about scatter is that it doesn't have very far range and they actually spread out very quickly. So it's very difficult to use it well. Let's break that head. I'll just hit something. That tail whip again. I need to move. A tail whip does a lot of damage. I mean, all those things attacks do kind of a lot, but that one in particular does quite a bit. Okay, got full destruction on the tail. I don't know if we got all 3 of the full destructions. I don't think we did. No, I think its other leg is still here. Oh no. So yeah, it should go to the 3rd phase. Yep. Phase is kind of good and bad, because it makes it easier to hit all the heads, but it also gets some annoying underground moves now. So, should be another 2 to 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes maybe. That was silly of me. Dang. Went down. That's okay. I pretty much always go down at least once on this guy, because he just does so much damage. And I'm kind of not going to hit Milesville nodes now. Not because it's not worth it, it's just really hard to, because the heads wave around so much. So I'm just kind of going for the base of the necks, because those are easier to hit. Alright. Oh, miss. I would like to move into Purify that head, but it's probably not really even enough to bother worth doing. And also he's doing all those AoE attacks. Makes it hard to move in at all. Since 3 of the heads are already broken, I don't really need to break the 4th one as well. It's kind of overkill. Dang. Out of focus. Okay. I was very lucky. Let's use breaker. So yeah, if I were to do, I mentioned earlier you can run out of your skills, or stocks of them, and there are shrines to refill them at. If I was going to do an mission, it would have been this one, but it's going pretty well, so I shouldn't need to. If I were to like run low on healing, then I definitely would, but it's been playing well, so it hasn't been that bad. Oh, come on, get back up here. There we go. So yeah, in this phase you can full destruction the heads, even though you couldn't do it earlier. It's a neat little phase change. I'm on a bad side. I'm gonna just take this point to reload. There we go. Shouldn't be much longer now. So yeah, time is coming up in the next like 30 to 40 seconds probably. It's a little hard to say exactly. So be ready on the timer soon. I guess we'll stop the timer on the load screen after this, after the mission ends. I think that is the proper point. It'd be more dramatic to end it on the final blow, but that's okay. We'll keep it simple. Okay. Just barely a sliver left. Oh man. Got another full destruction on the head and still didn't kill it. This thing has barely any health left. Alright, let's see if this does it. Alright, that did it. Time is now, I guess. Sorry, that came up pretty quickly. So, yeah, that's the run, because now, once we get back in town, we can see Phase 7 available. And Phase 7 is where high rank begins. You can see on the descriptor on the right, it has that high next to the name of the mission. So yeah, this has been Toukiden 2 Unlock High Rank Speedrun. I am Lastly, and you're watching Shots Fired. I forget what's up next. I think it's something cool though, so you should keep watching. So yeah, I'll see ya.